Well, welcome to another Parts Factory Australia installation tutorial video. Today, we're working on this Toyota Hilux, more specifically, swapping out the starter motor. Funnily enough, this car actually doesn't have a functioning starter motor, so we're actually both doing the tutorial and fixing the car. Now, you most likely have the same drama. You go to start it, you get nothing. It's because the little solenoid inside of the starter motor isn't making contact anymore. You can hit it with a hammer, you might get it to go a couple more times, but realistically, you need to swap the whole thing out. Now, here at Parts Factory Australia, we do have the replacement part available. I think they're about $158.30, delivered to your door anywhere in Australia for free. So definitely cruise onto the webby. I'll put the link in the bio and the description of the video. Jump on there, get the part ordered to you, delivered to your door, and then use this video to fit it all yourself, save yourself some money. Alrighty guys, let's jump straight into it. Alrighty guys, I just wanted to show you a few things before we get started. Now, first of all, your starter motor is located down in that hole. I'll just give you a better perspective here. So we'll approach the car, you cruise down into that hole, and just behind that little hose there, you can see the starter motor hanging out down the back. I'll just get it to focus if I can. You can see it down the back there. It's nice and shiny. Now, there's two bolts holding it in. So at this point, guys, there's too many hoses to get in there and really show you, but that is where it is. So I've decided it's most likely easier to get in under this car here. Show you from underneath. So, first things first, you have two bolts. You can see that bolt right in the center of the screen right now. And you also need to get that one in the center of the screen. So you get, it's quite hard because I'm getting disorientated. That bolt there, and that bolt there, and then the whole starter motor pops out. Now, the two bolts, the top one can be accessed from the top. You can see it straight through this wiring here. I'll see if I can, it's just really hard to get in there, and yeah, you can see it just there. You can see that bolt just there, guys. That is the top bolt. Pull that out, it's a 14 mil. And then there is a bolt that you access from underneath. I've propped my car up just a little bit into the air for better access. You can use the start of the video to locate that bottom bolt. Remove those bottom bolts entirely, and then if you have a look where I'm zooming in right now, so I'm right on top of the battery, and you zoom straight in, you can see the 13mm nut, post nut, and a small plug that undoes, and it's literally that easy, guys. So I know that we can't get in there very well. Of course, trying my hardest. You can see it in there, guys. 13 mil right there. Crack that with a tool like this one, with a swivel head. Hand in, your hand in this direction. Crack it with the swivel head, and then you can undo the rest of the bolt by hand. Alrighty guys, so I've just walked over to my Parts Factory Australia equivalent. I just wanted to A, demonstrate the two bolt locations, and B, show you the Parts Factory starter motor that we have for sale, guys. So now in the car currently, the starter motor sits like this, and on this side of the gearbox, you have those two 14 mils that need to be undone. The top one can be accessed from the top. And the bottom one, you get in under the car with a little wobbler head, such as this one here. You can see how this head wobbles like that. And that way you can just get under the car, crack that bolt, remove the two bolts out, come over to your plug, depress the plug, pull it out, and of course, that 13 mil that I've already showed you. Now guys, before you do anything further, you obviously remove the positive terminal here, guys, or the negative, but for me it's easier to remove this positive. So just unwind it entirely, pull it off, and let the power in the car sap down to zero for about 2 or 3 minutes. Alrighty guys, so let's get that 14 mil underneath the car. You can literally just pop straight under, like I showed you, and pull that bottom bolt to 14, nice and easy. There you go, that's the first one. Right guys, use your swivel head to then get the top bolt. So you can just put your hand straight through here like this. Yeah, you can't see it guys, so I'm not even going to attempt to show you. And you can literally just pull it this direction, crack the bolt, and you can see now the wiring is starting to move around. It's because the starter motor is actually basically out at this point. Alrighty guys, so now that you've got the two bolts out, you can just grab these wires and bring it this way, and you can see the starter motor now wants to fall down underneath the car. I'm actually going to hop under there and pull the 13mm nut off, pull the plug off and rip the starter motor out. That's it. So you pull this little plug out guys, and then you can undo that little 13 with a spanner, and you can just loosen it off like so. Now guys, at this point make sure that your positive terminal is undone off your battery, and then lift the terminal off, place it to the side, pull your starter motor through. Alrighty guys, so we got the two different starter motors here. As you can see, they are OEM replicas. This model's a little bit bigger for extra power. So if you're having any dramas starting, which you obviously are here for that, then yeah, let's hope you get a nice easy start of your car. Alrighty guys, let's throw it back in. Alright, so wiggle this new starter motor into place guys, and then you just turn it until the bolts can go back into the holes. One at a time, place your bolts back in the holes and start the thread by hand. Got one, and the second one just up here. Alright, so that's the bottom bolt tightened up, and we'll just tighten up the top bolt. Same thing, nice little 14. 1 and 2 here. Guys, throw your 13mm little positive terminal back on the starter motor, tighten it up with a little spanner, and put your little ignition plug in, and then you're good to go. Alrighty guys, so your main 13mm terminal is nice and tight, but not too tight where you snap it off the starter motor, because you'll be buying another one. Make sure your little ignition plug is in. There's not too much tension on the wire. And then of course, the last step is to throw your terminal back on and fire up your car. Remember there's two of them. They go together. And then tighten it up nice and tight. This has got to be tight guys, good contact on the battery. And of course, run around and try and start your car. Guys, if you're ever having any lazy starter motor problems, have a listen to this. You ready? Now I'm not sure if you had lazy starter motors or starter motor issues or whatever you had, but I'm telling you right now, that has just improved this car's starting performance like tenfold. So if that's what you're looking for, definitely check out the product on partsfactoryoz.com.au. Alrighty guys, thanks for watching another Parts Factory Australia installation tutorial video. I'm Lucas, and I'll see you next time.